Did you know that there are three distinct mispronunciations or pronunciation slips that we Filipinos are programmed to commit? Not by any fault of our own, it's just the way things are. And today, Tito's gonna help you overcome one of them, starting now. What's up? You're watching Tito Talks, non-life insurance discussions with me, Miguel, your Tito, who likes to make non-life insurance topics easier to understand for both agents and clients. And welcome to another session, a very, very late session, if I may add, of English Mondays. Pasensya na po. It's been a busy day today, and I haven't found a time to record a video for you guys today. But nonetheless, it is my commitment to get you content on this regular basis. So here we are. Now, as mentioned earlier, we are going to talk about one of three common mispronounce or common pronunciation mishaps that most Filipinos commit. Sometimes they're called Filipinoisms by most language experts or by teachers or by accent trainers who want to help Filipinos reduce their accent, sound more native, and sound less Filipino. But when it comes to selling insurance, though, although this is not required, improving your pronunciation and maintaining a more neutral accent helps you sound better and helps boost your confidence as well. But you may be wondering, why are these three things, or why are these three mispronunciations a common problem for Filipinos? Before we answer that question, let me enumerate these three pairings or these three Filipinoisms. It's a common slip wherein Filipinos choose to use a certain sound instead of another. And you've got three pairings of these mixed up pronunciations. You've got the ever so faithful T versus TH, P versus F, and then finally, you've got the B versus V. And today, we're going to be tackling the ever so popular T versus TH. And if you like this kind of content, please leave me a like and leave a comment on my video. And if you do appreciate this kind of regular content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Have you ever had trouble trying to pronounce the T versus the TH sound? Has it gotten you into any embarrassing situations? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. But let's get back to the earlier question. Why is it common for most Filipinos? One of the biggest reasons why Filipinos create this mistake most often, i.e., they mispronounce words with TH and instead use them with a T sound. This is because most Filipino words, or if you search the whole Filipino language, you'll be hard-pressed to find a word that uses the authentic TH sound. And most of the words that contain the letter T, when spoken in Tagalog, will be pronounced as the raw form, which is the T, such as such as tatlo, such as tayo, such as tara, tatlumput tatlo. So you've got a few examples about this, but what about examples wherein Filipinos make this particular mistake? Well, you've got a common basic words which start as a really good area for practice for most of you. And if you want to know if you are susceptible to creating these mishaps, try to say these words along with me and try to make sure that each word sounds differently from the other. You guys ready? I'm going to display the words as well so you don't get lost, all right? So, tree, three. Treat, threat. Tank, thank. Mat, math. Tan, than. Wetter, weather. Thin, tin. How well did you do? Were you able to enunciate the T versus the TH sound? While the difference may not be distinguishable, almost undistinguishable in regular conversations, keen observers and keen listeners will be able to detect these sort of mishaps and perhaps point it out to you. But you may be wondering, yeah, I know the sound is different. Yeah, I know. It betrays a Filipino accent. But how do I create the sound properly? And this is where Tito's gonna help you out. The trick to any proper pronunciation, though, is not a matter of mind, though. It's a matter of muscle. It all matters with practice. With that being said, whenever you pronounce the T sound, and take note, the T sound is an implosive sound. It's a plosive sound. And when we say a plosive sound, this means that the mouth creates a mini explosion from the burst wherein the tongue blocks the passage of the air in the mouth before the sound is made. Now, take notice, when you try to just sound the word T, you place the tip of your tongue at the top of your mouth, sa bubong or sa dingding ng bibig, on the upper portion of your mouth, as to block and as to create a solid connection. This prevents the air from coming out. Once you pull back your tongue, the air pops out. T, t. Now, on the other hand, the TH sound does not is not created using the same method. Instead, the th is not a plosive. Rather, it is what do you call this? Rather, it is an elongated sound. It is a sustained sound, which means you can keep it going for as long as you want, as long as you still have breath. I know that looks stupid, but that's the trick to pronouncing, or that's the trick to making the sound. Do not, and I repeat, do not make contact or ensure that your tongue does not make contact with the top of your mouth or the top of the inner portion of your mouth or your teeth. While it looks like my tongue is touching my teeth, it is not. It is leaving a small opening in between the top layer of my tongue and the teeth, where the air comes out. With that being said, try to give it a shot. Place your tongue in between your teeth, but don't bite your tongue, and then try to pronounce the TH sound. I know, it's hard to hear, right? It's almost inaudible. But when you are capable of including that sound and noticing that you need to create this sound in the words that you pronounce, it's only a matter of practice before your mouth begins to getting used to pronouncing the sound on a regular basis, making sure that you are careful not to pronounce the T sound and the TH sound. The main difference is with the T sound, which is a plosive, the tongue connects. When it's a sustained sound, the tongue does not connect, and it is in between the teeth. So, with that being said, let's try a few more. Let's try a few longer words. What do you think? You want to try a couple more longer words with more syllables in them? Well, Tito's got your fix right here. Weather, feather, thermometer, threshold, thigh. So if you've practiced these words long enough, you'll tend to form the habit, and this is where the good things start to happen. Once you make the sound more often, your mouth, your tongue, the muscles in your tongue and the muscles in your mouth start to become accustomed to how it feels when you make that sound. This becomes part of your muscle memory. And when your muscle memory starts to develop, or it is imprinted in your muscle memory, you're now capable of pronouncing the sound on command whenever it is needed. And the next thing you know, it's suddenly second nature. Now let's go through the practice words one more time, just for your benefit. Say these pairings with me. Tree, 3, treat, threat, tank, thank, mat, math, tan, than, wetter, weather, thin, tin. I hope you enjoyed today's session. And if you did miss our first session, which talks about the schwa sound, that's another lovely lesson, you can click on this link right up here and it'll take you to that prior lesson. I suggest you take a look at that first before moving on to the next one. Now, which one do you want me to discuss next? Do you want me to discuss the P versus F, or is it the B versus V? Let me know in the comments and I'll be more than happy to give you a shout out. And I hope you enjoyed this lesson today. It was my pleasure delivering it to you today. And if you do have any more comments and suggestions or any other topics that you would like for me to discuss, please leave me a message, send me an email, leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. So once again, thank you so much for participating today. This is your Tito Miguel, always saying I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.